Sex can make your whole day, but anal can make your whole week. This is the Poddamn Idiotz Podcast.
Space is the final frontier. Then this is just the pit stop at the rest area that is near.
It's a Poddamn Idiotz Podcast. 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 In your ear.
In your ear.
Pod. Poddamn it. Poddamn it. Poddamn Idiotz Podcast.
Poddamn Idiotz.
Poddamn it.
From the Henplex Studios in Battle Creek, Michigan, the Red Room in Spadeland, Jazzland in Tennessee, and the Scorpion Room in San Marcos, Texas, this is the Poddamn Idiotz Podcast.
Guess what? We're here at episode 41.
Oh, wow.
I know. It's really scary, ain't it?
It actually is. 41 weeks. That's almost a year, but not quite.
800 people have listened to us. A couple thousand people have watched us. Or maybe y'all just watched us several hundred times. I don't know. But for the first-time watchers or first-time listeners, we have Jay Hizzle. Of course, over in Texas. He's a simple guy named Texas.
Howdy.
And then we got my Jolly Giant from Tennessee, the Jazz. And of course, you know, me, the Poddamn World Champion, Rick Spade.
They call him Rick Spade, Poddamn World Champion.
Because he never defends the damn title.
That title's been sitting up there for 3 weeks now, and I keep thinking I should probably put it in the bag, and then I go see what else is on TV. So, how's everybody's week?
Oh my gosh, it's been a week, that's for sure. So, work has been busy, and I ended up getting 4 boxing nights in this week. Normally, I only do like 2 to 3, so whew. But as usual, Wednesday was get your ass kicked Wednesday, and it went well. And then I actually went out to a restaurant with some friends because we can do that after boxing. Some of us went out, and I got to eat food in a restaurant, and there was music and a TV and a menu, and I almost forgot how it all worked, but I managed to order my food and remember to leave a nice tip, and that was a lot of fun. And then we are celebrating my dad's birthday this weekend because he was gone last weekend on vacation. So we're going to eat at another restaurant, and I'm just excited that we get to eat food out in restaurants.
You mean your Democratic governor actually lets you live free? Like it's in the Constitution? It's a miracle.
Yep. I have another food story, but that's going to be on the Bite Me segment. And but otherwise, it's been a really just busy week. Ooh, I replaced a thermostat. So it's kind of funny. Whenever something happens next door, my tenant, I always get a message. Do you have a minute to talk? So I always automatically think, oh my gosh, what could have happened? And usually it's just something really small. And it was just the thermostat wasn't working. What happens, the old thermostat, the down arrow worked, but the up arrow didn't work. So they couldn't turn up their heat. So, naturally they're fiddling with the stuff and got it stuck down low. So I decided, I talked to my friend Jesse, who kind of is the can do everything guy. And I said, do you think I can do this by my own? He's like, yeah, you can. And so I went over there and I tried to turn electricity off to the upstairs, but it appears that the furnace is on the same switch as the thermostat. And I didn't want to turn the furnace off just in case I couldn't get it back on. So I pretended like it was operation where you don't want to touch the wire because you could get electrocuted. even though later I was told that there wasn't enough current to shock you. But I didn't know that, so I'm being like super careful, trying not to touch the wire. And I got it, the old one taken out and the new one installed all by myself, and it works. And it's even a programmable one, so they have a nice thermostat over there. So I was really excited about that. Otherwise, it seems like I've just been doing a bunch of stuff every single day, and they've been long days, but good days. So now it's the weekend. Woohoo! What's happening down in Jazzland?
Well, at the current moment, NASCAR's back, so that makes me happy. I'm watching the truck race kind of run. Yeah, I know, it's so exciting. So far, my week it's been a normal, rough week, but we're all still breathing and kicking here. So the wife has caught a little bit of a cold, so I caught it a couple weeks ago, and she's still fighting it off. So it must be pretty rough. And no, it's not COVID. No, and no, they did not give her the Chinese test for COVID either. They didn't even COVID test her.
Oh, they didn't give her the anal swab?
No, none of that. So she's just on a breathing treatment. So outside of that, I got me a new Viking drinking horn. So my wife keeps joking with the beard and the horn. I can look more Viking than I actually am. So I'm like,
All you kind of got to do is shave the sides of your head. Just the sides of your head, let your hair grow out, and then braid a ponytail.
Yep. That's a good idea. You think I could get away with growing a ponytail and shaving the sides of my head? She just rolled her eyes. So outside of that, it's been a pretty normal week for the most part. Joe Biden hasn't really pissed me off this week, so it's plus.
Texas had bad news.
Uh-oh.
Our girl may have gotten into a wreck.
Oh, no.
But she was doing good before that.
It happens.
Oh, she just knows the wall. She'll be right.
Are you looking at the car?
Watching it right now.
You think that car's going to keep
Rick,
going?
how was your week?
Oh, I gotta talk now.
Yep.
Oh shit. Well, shit happens. I've been doing this whole ups and downs thing. So last week was a down. This week is an up-ish.
You're kind of like the stock market.
Yeah, my stocks are up right now.
And so's your mood.
I'm on new meds.
Yay.
So I went to the doc and he said, "How's your mood been?" And I'm like, "Yeah, not good." And he's like, "How's it been at work?" I said, "Yeah, not good." And then he was like, "Well, we can up your one dose of stuff." I was like, "I don't think that's going to help." He's like, "Well, we can put you on this other med too." I was like, "Which one?" And apparently it was one I was on before. And I was like, "Okay, we can do that one too." And then he was like, "How's your hand?" And I was like, "Oh, that hurts." So then he had me do some tests, and he's like, "We're going to put you on this other med for your hand. And if it's still hurting in 2 weeks, we're going to do an MRI." So between the two happy meds, the pain med, my sleep meds, and my meds for my thyroid, I'm a walking fucking pharmacy.
Not even close, dude. My mom has like 56 pills she takes in the morning and at night.
Yeah, but you're in a better mood, so.
And I take a lot of vitamins.
I also decided that I'm going down swinging. I talked to the union. I'm going to try and fight to get that first shift position, so we'll see what happens there.
Fight it hard because they're not looking out for your best interest. Fight for your interest.
The Beastie Boys once said, "You got to fight for your right
to Part A."
Yep. They said that too. I didn't know the party part applied, so I just went, "You got to fight for your right."
Yeah, but you can't do that lyric and not finish it.
To work your shift.
But yeah, other than that, I finally got a text message. My truck hopefully will be done by Monday.
Holy
That's
Lord,
exciting.
It's a miracle.
It's only been almost 2 months since I've had my truck.
You might want to think about changing insurance companies because that's ridiculous.
Well, it's not the insurance company. It's the company that was doing the repairs on my truck. It was them finding the parts, and then apparently they got the wrong door, and then they painted everything yesterday. So
Ooh, same paint job?
I'm assuming. Otherwise, I'm going to be like, why the hell is my car black?
Hmm.
But yeah, other than that, I've just been catching up on some shows. I finally got to the last dubbed episode of Attack on Titan, and I don't know why I hadn't watched the anime yet. That's been pretty much it. So, what about you, Texas?
Well, since our last encounter, I had my annual refresher training, and of course, my mouth may have got me into trouble.
Oops.
So during the training video, one of the things that the video said was, "What's the number one priority of my company?" And they're like, "Oh, it's the people." So when the guy leading the class goes, "What's the number one priority?" and I screamed out production, everyone else laughed, but my plant manager looked at me like he was going to kill me. And then I was told today by one of the supervisors that I'm not out of the woods yet for making that comment. I thought it was hilarious, and it got laughs. So what the hell ever. I don't care. Fire me. Shove it up your ass. Other than that, sorry. It's just been a typical week. Lots of work. By the way, Jay, Rick, y'all need to come the hell down here. Your weather is drunk in my front lawn.
Is it snowing?
Because it was a high of 34 today.
Is it Texas where they had that huge pile up?
Yes, they had that in Dallas.
Oh.
I think like 100 some odd cars were involved. There was multiple deaths because the people here are not used to driving on ice. And speaking of that, Monday, the low is supposed to be 8 degrees and the high is supposed to be 21, 22, and we're supposed to get snow that's actually going to stick again.
Really?
Not something we're used to down here.
Are your kids excited?
Well, my son was already off of school until Monday or until Tuesday because his school, I'm not 100% sure why. My daughter she had virtual school today and Monday, and I'm still trying to figure out if we're supposed to work Monday because if the weather's freezing, we're not supposed to because that could ruin the conveyors. But as we were told today, there's a 99% chance we're not going to run, but our area manager hasn't given the final sign off. And if we can miss the day, which again proves my point, production does not supersede safety, or safety does not supersede production, or whatever.
It was funny because it was true.
Yeah, every one of the employees at my site laughed because they knew that was the truth. Other than that, I downloaded Audible and I've actually been listening to an audiobook.
Wow, what?
I don't read, so that's actually a big deal for me.
What book?
Well,
Green Eggs and Ham.
nope.
Or
That
Near
one
to Who.
that one I could read myself.
On Monday is only supposed to be a high of 12 here and a low of 5, so you still got us beat.
Fox and Socks.
Nope. I've been listening to the Alpha Male Bible.
Oh.
Now you're starting to understand it.
I'm trying to become more of an alpha male and become more attractive to the female sex.
Boom.
Whatever.
Female race.
Yes, the female race. They are a different race, you know. Other than that, I have finished training my trainee. He starts his new night shift on Monday, so that's a success. Well, if we work Monday, so that's success. Other than that, this has pretty much been my week. Go NASCAR.
I know, it's exciting. NASCAR's back, hockey's on. What more can you ask for?
How about news? I want news. What you got, Jay Hizzle?
Oh my gosh. If you want news, I'm going to give you news. All right, there's been some, again, this is what happens maybe when you have older people in government who aren't very experienced with technology. First, we have a Minnesota congressman who drew laughter from colleagues And what happened was Representative Tom Emmer was participating in a Wednesday meeting at a House Committee on Financial Services on Zoom, and colleagues pointed out to him that his image was appearing upside down. Chairwoman Representative Maxine Waters interrupted Emmer as he was talking about job security during the pandemic to ask if he was okay. "You're upside down, Tom," another participant in the call can be heard saying. "I don't know how to fix that," Emmer responds. So, apparently he had some kind of filter on that turned him upside down. So he didn't realize it. So he was talking to everyone and he was upside down the whole time. Which gets me into my next news story that's even better.
I think I know where you're going with this.
He's getting ready to do the lawyer and the cat.
A Texas lawyer attending a virtual hearing via Zoom had to clarify that he is not a cat when he was unable to turn off a filter that turned his face into a kitten.
I actually watched the video of that, and he's like, "I swear I am not a cat." He's like,
"I'm here live and ready to proceed, Judge," and the judge just keeps you could watch the lawyers. They're sitting there trying not to snicker up and die.
Judicial District Court hearing posted on YouTube shows lawyer Rod Ponton struggling with some technical difficulties when he was logged into the meeting to find his photos replaced with the image of a cat's face. "I'm here live. I'm not a cat," Ponton says in the video. Judge Roy Ferguson, who presides over the district, tweeted a clip from the video as caution to other court professionals. Important Zoom tip. If a child uses your computer before you join a virtual hearing, check the Zoom video options to be sure filters are off. This kitten just made a formal announcement on a case. That is hilarious.
I love how he was like, "I have my assistant here trying to assist me with trying to figure this out." Like,
you have a filter turned on in the video settings. You might want to
can you hear me, Judge?
I can hear you. I think it's a filter.
It is, and I don't know how to remove it. I've got my assistant here. She's trying to, but I'm prepared to go forward with it. I'm here live. I'm not a cat.
I can see that. I think if you click the up arrow next to this,
I mean, you can't make this up. Can we just proceed? I'm not a cat. Oh, that's pretty hilarious.
People wonder why IT professionals are losing their minds.
I just want to know what assistant couldn't figure out how to take off the fucking filter either.
I'm just thinking, so these are like the people running our country and like deciphering our laws and all that.
Yeah, and he works for the state of, was it the state of Texas he worked for?
That was, Texas.
Yeah, he's an attorney for the state of Texas, ladies and gentlemen, state of Texas.
I realize accidents happen. It just that one cracks me up. I'm here live. I'm not a cat. Yes, I know. As if everyone else was confused. Like, holy crap, there's a talking cat. That's a lawyer.
It's a sad kitty cat too. It's got a sad face too, and everything's.
I know. Well, he probably had a sad face. He's like, oh no.
I just want to know where they got the cat zoom filter because I looked on here. I couldn't fucking find one.
What's so funny, Meow? It'd have been awesome if he pulled that off. Oh man, we got some world record news. On February 11th, a driver broke the indoor land speed world record when he reached a speed of 102.65 miles per hour in his electric Porsche at New Orleans Convention Center. That sounds like a fun. So Lee Keen, Lee, we'll say Lee, driving an all-electric Taycan Turbo S Porsche. So the car's quick acceleration and powerful brakes were crucial to setting the Guinness World Record for fastest speed achieved by a vehicle indoors.
Do not challenge Elon Musk to that. You know he will demolish it.
Well, they got the $113,000 Hummer coming out in a couple.
Josh, I believe you have a filter on, sir.
I am not an alien.
Oh, I'm not even looking.
I am not an alien.
Oh, wow. No, that's actually his normal look.
Actually, wait a minute. That's how the women see you.
That explains so much. I don't even want to know how they see me. But Yeah, I just thought it was really cool. I'm excited about that record. And did you know in 2023, I might have said this already, I don't remember. Rumors are that they may make an all-wheel drive Corvette because it's going to be partially electric. Oh my gosh, it's going to be so awesome. It's like I could drive a Corvette year round, maybe, except for in bad weather, obviously.
Yeah, and our other podcast, I wanted to touch base on the electric boost motor that NASCAR is debating on bringing to the new Gen car.
Oh, interesting. Hey, I'm up for whatever. I mean, these electric cars have a lot of speed and torque, and that's exciting. I just wish they could go farther or charge faster. And then I'm really excited about this one. As you can imagine, this took place in Canada. A group of hockey players attempting the Guinness World Record for the world's longest hockey game. They're contending with temperatures at minus 58 degrees. Maybe this wasn't the smartest time to try it.
Negative 58 Celsius or 58 Fahrenheit?
Fahrenheit. It was Celsius, they'd be dead, right?
Because in Canadian, they do it in Celsius.
Oh, wow. The game's still going on. All right. So the game began February 4th, and they're aiming to play until 6 a.m. on February 15th. The game will have lasted 252 consecutive hours. Oh, this is in progress. There's a live stream and everything. All right. We're going to have to keep everyone updated on this.
So how many players per team? Like 20 or 30, and then they sleep in and out?
The players said Extreme Cold has added some extra challenges. The first shot I took, my goalie stick just exploded. Ooh. They're going through dozens of pucks. They keep shattering. Interesting. Let's see. But the players have also found the furnaces in their trailers are breaking down due to the extreme cold. The players, who each take 6 to 8 hour shifts on the ice before resting, are aiming to raise $1.2 million for cancer research.
Wow.
Oh, that's really cool.
Don't you think they broke a world record by doing it in the coldest hockey game ever?
It's going to be the coldest and the longest. Wow, that's pretty cool. I kind of want to play in that game. I don't like the negative 58 degree weather, but I like the idea of playing in it. So, oh man, do you guys ever lose your rooster?
No, I know where my cock is at all times.
Well,
my cock likes to wander, so
there are some people that don't in Alabama.
Well, that explains it.
There's a rooster that participates in Civil War reenactments. He was reunited with his owner after going missing in the parking lot of a Cracker Barrel.
That's Southern right there.
Yep. So Thomas Ramsey, 18, founder of the Muddy Rabbits Mess Military Reenactment Group, said he started bringing his pet rooster, Peep, along on Civil War reenactments after learning about soldiers who kept similar pets on the front lines. So Ramsey said he and his group, including Peep, were on their way back to Mississippi after a reenactment event in Spring Hill, Tennessee. They were in Tennessee when they stopped at the Cracker Barrel in Alabama.
45 minutes south of Nashville.
Apparently, Peep was tied in the bed of his pickup truck, but a friend went out to check on the vehicle after about an hour and discovered that Peep was gone. So he went back into the Cracker Barrel, and it was very hard for me to say this with a straight face, even though I was panicking. Do you have cameras in the parking lot? I think someone stole my chicken. A fellow diner overheard the question. Yeah, that would be bad. A fellow diner overheard the question, told Ramsey that Peep had been spotted wandering loose in the parking lot. And so they called animal control officer and they searched for Peep. And eventually the group had to get back on the road to Mississippi. Oh, and then he had to post to Facebook about his missing pet. And when he was nearly back in Mississippi, they learned Peep had returned to the Cracker Barrel parking lot and was safely captured. Yay, it has a happy ending. So, yep. So anyway, a guy lost Peep, his rooster, and then he got it back. So I just thought that was interesting. It's actually very colorful.
Didn't he have to travel like an hour or something to get it back?
Yeah, he had to go back probably maybe a couple hours. So
well, I know the guy met him halfway.
Sounds like us. We found a dog, or I mean a cat here. Babe, where did we find that cat at? Anyways, we found one locally, and we took it. And they got scanned, and we actually drove it to the owner's house because we, you never know. I hope somebody would do the same to me for my animals.
Man, more accidents. And this one, last story, is kind of interesting. Chicago man freezes pants to reserve parking spots. Chicago, man. Those people are crazy. Chicago man's unusual method for calling dibs on a parking space is gaining attention on social media after he perfected a method of freezing his pants so they stand on their own. It's actually really cool looking. So he'd freeze his pants and shovel out parking space using pairs of frozen pants that he shaped to stand up on their own, and that's how we reserved the spaces in Chicago. Residents often use lawn chairs or traffic cones to mark spots that they shoveled, but this guy used his frozen pants. He said, soak a pair, put outside in about 20 minutes. You can form them into shape. In another 20, they're solid. So, wow, that's pretty cool.
Only
Now
up
he's trying to freeze a couple shirts so we can actually like put a whole person together. That's crazy stuff that we do up here. So, and then so that's the news. I guess in sporting news, we did unfortunately have Tom Brady win another Super Bowl. However, I didn't realize that Tom Brady had kids, so that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
And then apparently
He's got
Tom
like
Brady
2 or 3.
He has 3. Apparently Tom Brady threw the trophy across the water to someone, and they caught it.
Because they
He's
were
really
doing a
good.
boat parade.
Yep.
He passed it to Gronk and his new $2 million yacht that he probably didn't fucking need.
Hey, Cowboys fans, I got something for you. Tom Brady's kids have touched the Lombardi Trophy more times in the past 8 years than you have in the last 20. Boom.
Boom.
I'm sorry. I used to not like Tom Brady, but you can only you have to recognize greatness. And I'm sorry, but the guy's got it.
I think he's really smart, actually. But I mean, I guess great players are smart. Like he knew that the Patriots were falling apart and he couldn't win there. So he's like, where can I go? Oh, Tampa. They have a good defense. They have a stacked receiving core. The running game's going to be good. And Gronk will come out with me, who I know I can throw to.
No, that's not how it happened. Did you not see the T-Mobile commercial?
I know their defense.
misunderstanding.
I knew their defense was good, but man, they held Kansas City without a touchdown.
Well, that's because Kansas City had no offensive line. They're all out. And Mahomes, I feel bad for the guy. He made some amazing passes. There were literally some of his throws that would hit his receivers in the face and they still couldn't catch him.
For the record, usually who wins the Super Bowl is the one with the best defense.
No,
Peyton Manning went in 2014 or 2015 with the highest scoring offense in like league history, and they got demolished by the Seattle Seahawks because the defense played different. Now, when Manning went back for Super Bowl 50, his defense was the top defense in the league, and that's why he won, even though he struggled to perform during the Super Bowl. Doesn't matter. Still got the ring.
Well, that and Cam Newton's a bitch, so.
Well, that too. Yeah, well,
he dresses like one.
Well, Von Miller made Cam Newton his bitch that night. Let's just be honest.
Someone's like, I bet if Tom Brady went to the Lions, he'd win them a Super Bowl. I'm like, no. You still need to have a good team around you. If Tom Brady went to Detroit and won them a Super Bowl, I would become a huge Tom Brady fan.
Speaking of the Lions, they traded Matthew Stafford to the LA Rams for Jared Goff.
Yep.
And 2 first-round picks and third round or something. Like they got the trade was amazing for the Lions. I mean, the Rams will benefit immediately because now they're contenders right away. But I think the Lions long term are really going to benefit. I'm happy.
But to be honest with you, the Lions are not the worst in the league at making trades. Look at what the Texans just did. They just released J.J. Watt. Yep. The place is in a disarrayed mess.
Oh, yeah, they didn't even trade him.
And they're getting ready to trade Deshaun Watson because he wants out.
And I think Bill Belichick's going to make a run at him.
Maybe, yeah, because they're going to rebuild in Houston too. But yep. So the NFL season is officially in the books. But
thank God.
Then
I watch the player transactions. I really don't give a crap about the NFL. I just like watching the player transactions. And Tom Brady, who's he's a Trump fan. So hey.
And then hockey is going. The Red Wings actually finally won a game and broke their big losing streak. They're back to losing again.
And then they lost to Nashville.
Oh yeah, those are the 2 bottom. Well,
they only lost by 1.
Bets. Nashville not won 42 games with the Red Wings.
I'm sorry. Nashville needs to fire Hines and get rid of David Pohl. I used to be a fan of Mr. Pohl, but the Hines hire is the dumbest decision he's ever made.
But it's a weird season anyway. I was looking and some of the teams in the Canadian League are really pulling away from. Well, Ottawa's really bad and Vancouver's really struggling, but I'm still enjoying hockey season. NASCAR's back. They had on Tuesday night, they had quite the ending when Chase Elliott took out his I don't know if his best friend, but his really
Yes,
good
best
friend,
friend.
Ryan Blaney, and neither one of them won the race. I was like, come on,
Busch.
Elliot. Because Blaney's like my favorite driver, but I like Elliot too. So, and then the duels the other night were amazing, especially the second one. And then the trucks are going right now, and there's been a ton of accidents towards the end as expected, and they're going to overtime. So, Matt Crafton, baby, third place. If Haley Deegan was able to get her truck fixed and back out there, she might actually potentially get a top 20 finish.
I did get my iRacing stream up on Facebook and not YouTube now. So Bearded Kilt Racing, look it up.
Hey,
right.
no shameless plugs here.
What are you talking about? What plug? Where?
Oh wait, Rick
Shameless is a good
plugged
show.
his book, and so I guess we can do shameless plugs.
But yeah.
You mean
So
Laura,
that's
wait. You mean Laura Belena Tale of the Fallen Kingdom available on Amazon.com?
yeah. I think that's the one.
Is it available on Audible?
No, it is available on Kindle, and I think it can read it to you.
Actually, Rick, you need to read it to listeners and record it. That's what a lot of these readers do, so you can kind of get an idea of how you want it to be portrayed, how others will want to do, listen to it. So
I like audiobooks because today I got stuck in the sweeper at work, so I was able to listen to that for 2 hours.
By the way,
Trying to become a man, baby.
By the way,
but I got 3 books I need to send to you, Josh.
Cool.
But by the way, back to hockey in the West Division. The Golden Knights are first in the division, so
I'll give you my address off air if you need it.
The Knights are doing well. That division, the Knights. Well, it is expected Colorado, St. Louis, and the Knights are the top 3, but I think like everyone is still in it for that 4th playoff spot. It's close. In the Red Wings division, and Nashville and Detroit are looking out of it, but everyone else looks like they're in it. But we'll see. It's still long. There's still 3/4 of the season to go.
Tampa Bay can't keep up their current stature. There's no way they can keep it up for the whole season. They'll start
Yes,
to
they
falter. They'll falter somewhere.
No, they won't. Steve Eisman built that team way too good.
We'll see what happens.
That's what the Red Wings will look like in 3 to 4 years.
I hope so,
Hopefully.
because I want some decent team to root for. Right now, we're rooting for 2 bottom sellers. It kind of sucks.
Yeah, well, I got the Blues still, and I like Minnesota, and they're okay.
Minnesota hasn't played in like a month.
Yeah, that's true. But they're still up there. They could make. Yeah, we'll see what happens.
Well, I also root for the Blues because their AHL team was here before freaking Spurs sold them. And I also like Golden Knights. So.
Yep. All right. Anyone else have any news that they want to share? Are we ready to go on to our game of the week?
Don't fall asleep at the zoo.
Wait, did you hear about the kidnapping at the school?
No. What school? What kidnapping?
It's okay. He eventually woke up.
That was good.
Okay. That was all I had. Go to the game of the week.
Game of the week. Take it away, Rick Spade.
All right, we're going to play our favorite game. What's up, Texas's butt?
Nothing, because I crapped before the show.
And that was the game of the week. Okay. It's another great round of trivia. You know, the ones that I wish I didn't know. So I got 12 cards. It's an A, B, C, or D. You're going to hold up your cards A, B, C, or D, and you're going to tell us what you think it's going to be. And I will keep track, and we'll see who this week's winner is.
So far, Texas is 2-0 when it comes to trivia.
All the cars just wrecked coming across the finish line. In case anyone's
Justin, I'm trying to watch this on streaming. Shh.
Oh, okay. You're behind.
They're just now in the middle of 3 and 4.
Are you about to write A, B, C, or D on a tablet?
I already got it ready. Go.
I'm trying to be eco-friendly. Oh, Jazz, eco-friendly? No way.
Socialist Steve is starting to rub off on him.
Well, they're friends now.
We're not.
You're such a good commie Democrat.
Okay, you're gonna be the next one to die after Jay Hizzle when we go to Tennessee.
All right, well, now it's a one-on-one match.
The last 2 things you guys are gonna hear is hood.
I was wondering what that rock was coming at me.
All right, let's
Okay.
play this.
Hang on, my tablet's being a little slow.
Get it ready. Let's get it popping.
Because once you pop, the fun don't stop. Ba-da-da-da-da.
I didn't even check which cards these are. I just know they're ones we haven't done yet.
That's fine. Let's go.
You ready?
Yep.
Question number 1. The foreplay act that involves placing male genitals into a bowl of warm water and then having someone blow bubbles in the water is called A. Balcuzzi. B. Day at the spa. C. Ball bath. D. Nut soaker.
One more time.
The foreplay act that involves placing male genitals into a bowl of warm water and then having someone blow bubbles in the water is called A. Balcuzzi. B. Day at the spa. C. Ball bath. D. Nut soaker. Are you putting one up there, Jay?
I already did.
Well, he wasn't ready. All right.
There's another shameless plug.
Jay has selected B. Day at the spa. Texas has selected A. Balcuzzi. Jazz has selected C. Ball bath. The answer is A. Balcuzzi.
Texas knows because he's probably done it.
Actually, that was one of your future Urban Dictionary definitions of the week, but now I'm going to have to change that one.
All right, I'm going to be just as surprised as you are because I'm not looking at the answer on the card. All right. Thinking about going vegan?
No.
Here's one good reason to stick to eating meat. A. Vegans die younger. B. Some vegetables carry just as many health risks. C. Vegans fart more. D. Vegans shit less.
Oh, wait, sorry. I'm not supposed to do that yet. Ben Rhodes.
I'm actually curious what the answer is.
Can we,
All right. Jay has selected C. Vegans fart more. Jazz and Texas have selected B. Some vegetables carry just as many health risks. The answer is C. Vegans fart more.
Yeah, it's because of the fiber.
I see your B. All right.
I see you're being raised you a C.
Just as long as I don't have to give you my D. All right. Question number 3. Here's something women will likely never admit about farting, but that is proven by science. Women, A, fart twice as much as men. B, have farts that smell worse than men's thanks to higher concentration of sulfur. C, have stronger abdomens, allowing them to hold in farts for hours. D, have a higher shark to fart ratio.
Oh.
These are such great questions.
I think it's hilarious, so I'm going with this one.
All right. Jay has selected D, shark to fart ratio. Texas has selected B, farts smell worse than men, thanks to higher sulfur. Jazz has selected C, stronger abdomens, allowing them to hold farts in more. The answer is B, sulfur. Texas is up to 2. It could have been
start cheating.
It could have been shark to fart ratio. You never know.
I mean, they do wear thongs and stuff, so.
Sorry.
All right. Believe it or not, this celebrity makes $47 million per year. Is it A, Carrot Top, B, Flo from Progressive, C, Dr. Phil, D, Judge Judy?
Locked in.
I don't know. I'm ready though.
All right, what do we got? All right, Jazz and Texas have selected D, Judge Judy. Jay Hizzle has selected C, Dr. Phil. The answer is D, Judge Judy. 3-1.
So does that mean Dr. Phil makes more than 47 million?
I don't know how much he makes. I just know that Judge Judy makes 47 million a year. It's not like it says on the card, oh, Flo makes $12 million. I don't fucking know. You call Progressive right now and you ask them how much Flo makes, okay? And you have it on air and you tell us.
He makes 88 million a year.
Okay, well, thank you for that.
Well, he is Oprah's bitch, so.
Okay. This is going to be a fun one. In Italy, the Disney movie Moana was renamed Oceana, so it wouldn't be confused with A, the Italian word for anal, B, a famous Italian porn star, C, a popular type of pasta, D, the Italian word for bitch.
Wait, sorry, I gotta wait till we're ready.
You were quick with that one. Did you know that one, Jay Hizzle?
No, I don't know it. I just, again, picked the funny one.
They're all funny to me.
Say the answers one more time.
All right. Is it A, the Italian word for anal, B, a famous Italian porn star, C, a popular type of pasta, D, the Italian word for bitch?
Not sure about this one, so I'm just guessing.
Me neither, because I haven't looked yet. All right. Jay Hizzle, throw up a card. All right. We got
Jay Hizzle put anal.
Jay Hizzle selected anal. The other two have selected bitch. And the answer is B, a famous Italian porn star.
You know, I was going to go with that one, but I wasn't.
No one got credit.
That's right. You all suck. All right, here we go. Every road trip involves someone calling shotgun. But what is the origin of the phrase? Is it A, passengers literally carried shotguns to chase away robbers? B, farmers often rested shotguns in the passenger seat? C, in the early 1900s, criminals would rob people by rolling up and pointing a shotgun in their face? D, in the early days of vehicle production, the seats were made from the same materials as guns.
What was A and B?
A, passengers literally carried shotguns to chase away robbers.
Mm-mm.
B, farmers often rested shotguns in the passenger seat.
I don't know. Going with another guess.
How are you? Where's your show? I'm watching it.
1, 2, 3.
All right, Jazz and Jay Hizzle have selected A. Texas has selected B. The answer is A.
Dun, dun.
The only reason I know that
Oh, you knew that?
is from watching Wyatt Earp.
Oh, I just was a guess. It just made sense.
These have been some fun questions. I'm learning a lot today. All right, here we go. The Troxler effect is an optical illusion that certain people suffer from, and it causes them to A, see monsters and visions in a mirror, B, not be able to see their reflection in a mirror, C, see everything 3 times larger than normal, D, see everything with a lot of house mirror effect. D, see everything with a funhouse mirror effect.
What was A?
See monsters and visions in a mirror.
B.
Not be able to see the reflection in a mirror.
I got two that I can't decide between, but I guess we'll go with this
And
one.
then repeat C and D for me.
C, see everything 3 times larger than normal. D, See everything with a funhouse mirror effect.
Was there an E?
No.
Okay.
15.
All right, ready?
Dun, 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 dun,
Can't
dun,
decide.
dun, 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 dun.
How about that?
Boom,
All right.
boom, boom.
Everybody has selected
boom,
D.
boom,
No,
The
nope,
answer is-
nope.
B.
Rick, Jay Hizzle selected B. He's just going really slow to put it up.
Move faster, asshole. All right. Those two have selected D. He has selected B. The answer is A. See monsters and visions in a mirror.
Really?
The Troxler effect.
I almost went A, and then I'm like,
That was neither of the two I was fighting with.
You weren't fighting with monsters?
Nope.
All right, we got 5 questions left here, according to my hand. Abraham Lincoln had a beloved dog named Fido. How did the dog die? Was it A, Lincoln sat on him? B, he was accidentally left outside the theater? C, he was assassinated? D, he was locked out of the White House?
This was such a sad story.
What was A and B?
A, Lincoln sat on him. B, he was accidentally left outside the theater.
I don't think any of those are correct.
Well, one of them is.
Dun, dun, dun. Okay.
All right. Jay Hizzle and Texas have selected A. Jazz has selected B. The answer is C. He was assassinated.
Really?
Oh,
What
never.
the hell is
Okay,
wrong with these people?
never
Who
mind.
assassinates a dog?
He died of stab wounds, gentlemen.
Was this related to Lincoln's assassination?
I just know he died of stab wounds. It took me a minute to figure it out, but it assassinated. Duh. I need to stop drinking.
All right. Well, we're still at 3-2-2. Texas is leading by 1.
How
I'm
many
doing
questions?
very-
4 questions
doing-
left.
I'm not doing very good this week.
We got 4 questions left. All right. I know you're friends with this useless piece of information. Captain Crunch's full name is A. Horatio Magellan Crunch. B. Corrado Azzolino Crunch. C. Cristiano Castro Crunch. D. Hart T. Crunch.
Which one was a Magellan?
A. Horatio Magellan Crunch. B. Corrado Azzolini Crunch. C. Cristiano Castro Crunch. D. Har T. Crunch.
I want to say D, but I don't think that's it.
I don't know, so that's just what I'm gonna go with.
All right.
Oh, wait, hang on.
I was saying there's nothing on yours, Jazz. There you go.
ACD.
You select. Okay. Wait. I'm sorry. You selected C.
I did.
Jazel has selected C. Texas has selected D. Jazz has selected A. Locke has selected E. The answer is A. Horatio Magellan Crunch.
No,
Wait,
no,
did-
Jazz tied it up.
Oh,
Wow. Here we go. What is something women can still do after they die? Is it A, lactate, B, give birth, C, orgasm, D, get their period?
Which one was, what was B?
What's the
Give birth.
And that was D.
D was get their period.
What was give birth?
B. All right.
Ooh,
Well-
that's technically a loaded question because you could be brain dead and still give birth.
Well, I guess let's find out.
Yeah, let's
All
find
right.
out. I'm going with that.
All right. Locke has selected A. Texas has selected B. Jazz has selected B. Jay Hizzle has selected A. The answer is B. Give birth. We're still tied at 4.
I knew it because of the brain dead thing. You could be technically brain dead and be alive on machines and give birth just enough to help the baby grow enough to give birth.
We got 2 questions left, and I may have to go to a bonus question.
Ugh.
All right. Stepping on a jellyfish is gross and painful, but which of the following odd facts is true about them? A. They scream when they're stepped on. B. They eat and shit out of the same hole. C. They are actually delicious. D. Males have penises on top of their heads.
I said Jafar.
I'm in.
I got mine locked. Hello, kitty.
Are you ready? All right. Everybody has selected B,
Not yet.
Thank you, Steve Irwin.
and the answer is B. They eat and shit out of the same hole.
Rest in peace, Mr. Irwin.
That's hence that pulsating thing. They suck it in, blow it out. Suck it in, blow it out.
We call that an abstract jellyfish.
But
Throwback. All right. Here's our final question, unless nobody gets it or Jazz and Texas tie it up. O.J. Simpson almost got the lead role in this movie, but the director passed because he thought he was too pleasant. Was it A, Rambo, B, Friday the 13th, C, Terminator, D, The Fast and the Furious?
What was A and B?
A, Rambo, B, Friday the 13th,
Which one was Terminator?
C, Terminator, D, Fast and the
ooh.
Furious.
You know what? I'm just going to give this a try.
All right.
ABC.
Texas has selected A. Jazz has selected C. Jay Hizzle has selected B. The answer is C.
oh, I was
wins!
defeated.
Jazz wins.
Good job,
Fatality.
Jazz.
Oh.
Congratulations, Jazz. You are.
Even though I
Champion.
didn't win, I still beat Jay Hizzle.
Texas Sound Dude Trivia. If you were to lose to me, you should be concerned.
That was actually a really fun trivia. I learned a lot today. I hope everybody else did too. And I can't wait to do another round of this because I still got about 300 questions left. No,
man.
seriously. I want you to look at this. Okay. This right here, this is all the ones we've done. These are all the ones we haven't done. Done, haven't done.
All right. Well, it's time for some Southern charm. All right, Jazz is here. I don't have to speak for him.
I do have to say
time.
that's still my favorite part of the damn show.
I want to clear up a few things first before we go. What Mr. Henrik said last week.
Who's that?
The Jazz does not condone at all. 0. I will say this. I promise to treat your president the same way you treated my president. And that's all I have to say about it. This week I want to change it up a little bit.
Ooh.
We're not even going to talk about politics because that
Yeah.
gets my heart rate going and whatnot.
Ooh. Burning extra calories.
This week, Ooh, there's two subjects I want to cover, but I don't know which two.
The first one.
Hey,
There's two subjects you want to cover, but you don't know what they are.
No. I don't know which one I want to pick.
Oh, pick the one that came to your mind first.
Well, they both came at the same time.
Do you want me to pick a number?
B.
99.
2.
Hashtag symbol.
You know what? Let's this week let's cover whiskey.
Oh,
Let's
yeah.
change it completely.
I like that.
So, if you didn't know, I'm an avid whiskey fan. I love whiskey. It's fantastic.
Oh, me too. It's so good. I first had it in the state of Tennessee.
Flavored whiskey is not on the agenda. That does not count.
Oh, I love flavored whiskey.
So there is a big thing going on right now with whiskey concerning a couple of different drinks called Willet and Blank. Sorry, gotta get the name right. I've had too much to drink tonight. Blanton's. There is because they're both considered high dollar whiskeys for some reason. I don't understand why, but they
Because
are.
they're expensive.
They are expensive, but they shouldn't be expensive because they are not actually. The Willet I can understand being it's like a mid range, top range, like in between. Blanton's is no better than Jack Daniels in my opinion. It is not any better.
I like Jack.
So, but like I said, I've been trying to do taste palette, trying to try different ones. And actually, I am a Jack Daniels Squire. I'm a ambassador for Maker's Mark, and I'm actually part of a couple other groups. It's just little things you get. I think this year I got a pack of cards from Maker's Mark guys, and then I get a calendar from Jack Daniels every year. So, but biggest thing with whiskey is that it's more of a taste palette. It's not something you want to indulge in and over drink, because whiskey can give you crazy nightmares. I recommend if you want to start drinking whiskey, start with something that's more name brand. Just try the small bottles and find what you like to drink and just start drinking it.
I'd say get Jack Daniels or Evan Williams. Those are my two.
Those two are good. Now, for the record, Jack Daniels is considered a Tennessee whiskey. And if you look on the front of it, you'll see it says Tennessee whiskey. By federal law, they're not allowed to consider themselves a bourbon. Bourbon and whiskey are almost the same thing, but they are not allowed to consider themselves a bourbon because bourbon is made where?
Kentucky.
Kentucky.
Yes, Kentucky. So Evan Williams is a bourbon, even though they have the same flavor profiles to a certain extent. Evan Williams can be considered a bourbon because it's made in Kentucky. Now, Jack Daniels is mellowed twice through charcoal. That's something different than all the other places do. They also use water that's filtered through limestone, so it has a more refined flavor to it.
Have you been in the distillery?
I have not yet.
I actually have, and that's where I discovered whiskey on that trip. You
need to come with me because I've heard there's a back door area for the Squires only, which is really, really neat.
I'll go. Let's do it.
So I want to do it, and I want to take the full tour. I actually want to go eat at the restaurant they have there too, which is actually a fantastic little restaurant. It's a whole. I mean, that place is. Alcohol doesn't have to be bad. You can still enjoy it. Just do it responsibly. And That's pretty much my segment this week. Next week, we're going to cover cigars.
Also, don't drink and drive.
No, don't drink and drive.
Fun fact.
You can drink and race, though. So you can technically drink and drive. Just don't drive a heavy piece of machinery like a car.
There was one year.
I race and drink all the time.
I went to a company Christmas party back at my last job, and I got totally messed up. And one of my supervisors goes, "What are you going to do when you get home?" I'm like, "Oh, I'm going to go home and drink and drive." He goes, "What?" I'm like, "Oh, I'm going to go get on Grand Theft Auto and drive around."
Nice. But did you know Jack Daniels was pissed and kicked his steel safe and hurt his foot, and it got infected, and that's what led to his death because they didn't have the medicine.
And for the record, Jack Daniels is made in a dry county. Now, if you don't know what a dry county is, a dry county is where they're not allowed to sell liquor. They're not passed the law from the representatives in the county to sell liquor. So that technically Jack Daniels is made in a dry county. So you can't technically have more than tastings.
Yep, I remember that too. I thought that was kind of interesting.
It's very weird, but
Tennessee.
welcome to the South, where they still, in the Bible Belt, they still think drinking and alcohol is the devil. So,
But they'll make and sell it worldwide.
but next week we're going to cover, if I'm here, unless I'm iRacing, we're going to cover cigars.
Well, if you're here or not, we're gonna end up covering cigars.
I have one for Josh. I hope he actually appreciates it. It's an Opus X. I see his face.
I like cigars.
Yeah. So I actually have a Winador, believe it or not. The thing is, probably almost half my height, and it is absolutely packed full of cigars. It's a thermoelectric wine cooler, but it's not compressor based. So it keeps it a little bit drier in there, keeps the cigars. I've got some in there that's been aging over 10 years now. So yeah, because I buy them in bulk, and then I smoke one, give it 6 months, smoke another, and then just let them age forever and smoke them randomly. So we'll cover cigars next week. I might actually be outside smoking one while we do this.
Actually, cigars kind of goes into our next segment.
5.
Because in their top 5 this week is top 5 villains, and oftentimes villains smoke cigars.
Okay.
It's true. Texas, start us off.
Okay, so we did not define what type of villains we were doing. So
Whatever you considered a villain, your top 5 favorite villains.
no, I'm not doing top 5 favorite villains. I'm just doing top 5 villains because they're not my favorites.
I was thinking you'd do like your top 5 favorite villains, but
Nope.
okay.
I'm just doing top 5 villains that I could think of through history. Number 5, Saddam Hussein. Number 4, Bin Laden. Number 3, Joseph Stalin. Number 2, Adolf Hitler. And number 1, Democrats/liberals.
Okay.
I want to grade our top 5s this week. Josh automatically gets an A+.
I mean, I like mine better, but what do we got in Tennessee?
I'm going to wing it. So here we go. We'll start with a comic villain. Number 5. We'll go with, considering the most current Batman, we'll go with Bane.
Oh.
Really want to get down to it. In this current situation we have, Bane was right. He was right. You can't
Was he now?
He was right. So
Actually, on that, I'd probably go with Thanos, snap off the half of, yeah, there you go. Snap.
he was right. If we could just do that for Democrats, I would kill for the Stones, to be honest with you. Because the world would be
people
a
I
better
love that
place.
are Democrats. I wouldn't like that.
Well, are they crazy Democrats? I'm talking like the crazy Democrats. Because to be honest with you, we can do the crazy right people too. Because there's some people that believe in Q, and it's
Q from Star Trek?
no. Number 4. Ooh, this is hard. This is really hard.
You want us to give you a minute? We'll go to someone else.
Yeah, let me think about that one for a minute. But I know you at least know my number 5.
Mr. Spade. Let's go with you.
All right. Well, I'm going to do some honorable mentions since I don't normally do that. All right. So we got the Riddler, Venom, Guzzlebird, Bobby the Brain Heenan, Kingpin, Freddy, Jason, the Leprechaun from the movie Leprechaun, Shredder, Frieza. Yeah, there's more, but I don't got 20 minutes to name off everybody. So, number 5, Magneto from the X-Men.
Yes. That's a good one.
Well, how is he a villain?
He is a villain.
How?
He's trying to destroy the whole human race.
He's just protecting his.
Well, technically,
And since
they
he
fight the
was-
X-Men, so
He's,
And then
he's good
since-
sometimes too.
And since he was a Jewish person in the Holocaust, he's been through this once before. He doesn't want to go through it again.
He's still
Right.
technically. I'm not saying he's. I'm guessing Rick's doing maybe his favorite villains, but I mean, not. Some villains have legit motivation.
this is true.
So you're saying the villains on my list have legit motivations?
No,
Good,
I'm not the one that gave your list an A. I like Rick's list.
All right.
Can't handle the truth, huh? Okay.
All right. Number 4. Nebbits from the book Lord Belena, Tale of the Fallen Kingdom, available on Amazon.com.
Shameless plug.
You knew I was going there. Number 3. Rumpelstiltskin from the TV show Once Upon a Time.
Oh, that's a good one.
Number 2. Light Yagami from the anime Death Note. And number 1. Joker from Batman.
Which Batman? All of them?
Yeah, but my favorite one's Mark Hamill, obviously.
Yeah, that's like my, well, that's my number 3 is Heath Ledger in the Batman.
So who's your number 4?
Number 4, Poison Ivy.
Oh, that's a good one. Do you have a number 2?
Uma Thurman.
Number 2 is Uma Thurman.
Number 4.
Wait, I'm confused. I thought number 4 was someone else.
Number 4, Poison Ivy, who is played by Uma Thurman.
Yeah, Uma Thurman. Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
You know what? Let's go back. I'm gonna stay Batman villains. Let's just keep his Batman villains. Let's just do that instead. So
Okay.
number 5 is Bane. Well, yeah, number 5 is Bane. 4 is Poison Ivy. Number 3 is the Joker. Number 2 would have to be the Penguin. And number 1, which will be controversial for some, is Ra's al Ghul.
All right, guys. I got honorable mentions. I have a lot.
Oh no.
Because I got more ideas too as I listen. I'm like, oh yeah, the Once Upon a Time, the Evil Queen, Shredder. I like Shredder, and then Megatron from Transformers. I also have Poison Ivy and Catwoman as well. So I used to watch Captain Planet, Captain Pollution. He's a good villain. What? And then
Talk to a Democrat. You're considered Captain Pollution.
and then Mr. Sinister from the X-Men, Villanelle from Killing Eve, and Regina George from Mean Girls.
You know what? I need to back up real quick, because if somebody doesn't mention at least one fucking Power Ranger villain, Brandon Benfield's not going to talk to us anymore.
You
So
make a good point.
So I'm going to go with Lord. So I'm going to put
Lord
Lord
Zed?
Zedmont on my honorable mention and Rita.
That's a
Repulsa.
good one.
Rita
That's a good one.
Repulsa.
The Putty Men. And then the Raptors from the first Jurassic Park movie. They were good villains. Let's be honest. Did you see how they opened the door and they stalked the kids down? I mean, woo.
They were just doing what naturally comes to them.
Clever girl.
I just liked when the one raptor or when the one dinosaur spit in Newman's face. So
The Dilophosaurus. All right. At number 5, Jafar. What? He is a great villain, and I love the Aladdin movies. Number 4, Rick had this on his list too, Magneto. And Magneto's a great villain because part of it is he's not all villain. He actually saves the day sometimes.
I
He
consider
has
him
a heart.
realist.
He has a reason for what he's doing.
I consider him a realist.
Number 3, Dr. Evil. One of the greatest villains of all time because he's an evil doctor.
Technically, that would Austin Powers and Fat Bastard would fall in there too because they're all played by the same actor.
And then number 2, the original Terminator.
you know, I knew that was going to be on his list.
Of course it was. He
I'll
gets a
be
hard
back.
on for Arnold Schwarzenegger.
And then my favorite villain of all time. Dun 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 dun.
Princess
Darth
Leia?
Vader. Luke, I am your father.
Sounds like
figured
you
he-
were
I-
saying my damn last name when you were doing that.
I thought he was going to say somebody like Patrick Waugh or something.
No, I went my favorite villains as in like TV shows and stuff. Villains that I actually find myself like cheering for sometimes.
No, I'm the only one who actually went with real people. And it wasn't a top 5 favorite. It was just top 5
I thought
villains.
it was top 5 favorites. So I went with my favorite villains that I
You just said top 5 villains.
I just went top 5 Batman villains. Boom.
we all did different things tonight. But
Okay.
either way.
Okay, for one, you can't villainize Wah because he plays for the Golden Knights.
No,
Wait, what?
no, he said
Patrick
Patrick
Waugh.
Waugh.
Patrick
Patrick
Waugh.
Waugh never played for the Golden Knights. He played for the Avalanche.
Patrick Waugh.
Well, which Wah plays for my fucking Golden Knights?
That's
I don't know,
Andre
it's
Fleury.
not
That's Andre
Patrick.
Fleury.
No, there
right?
might be a Wah player, not a goalie.
I don't
Oh,
think
yeah.
they have a Waugh.
The hell they don't.
Well, hang on. I'll look it up.
Man.
Wait a
Now-
minute. Is he considered? Is he either GM?
No, it's not Patrick Wall. As everyone takes their phones out and looks for the roster for 2021, will they find it? Marc-Andre Fleury, Alexander Petrangelo.
I know damn good well there's a Wah in fucking the Golden Knights. I seen it. the
There's a
other day.
Glass. Cody Glass.
Yep, they got an N.
Nicholas.
Roy.
Yeah, Nicholas Waugh. It might be Roy actually, but
No, it's Wah. Because I heard him pronounce it Wah.
No,
Yep.
he was born in Canada, so it was probably a Waugh.
Oh, and all right. Well, back to one that I can argue. Is Magneto a villain?
No.
I asked Google, damn it. Max Eisenhart, also known as Magneto, is a powerful mutant and one of the main antagonists from Marvel Comics. He is an archenemy of the X-Men. Though Magneto is a villain against the X-Men group, he has since joined them a lot of times, even becoming a hero himself. So technically,
Yep.
it goes both ways. So he's bisexually hero.
So
That's
he's
part of the
like
reason-
Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Yeah, he's a tweener or he's bi. You know,
I think that's part of the reason I like him so much is because he's like the villain, but then he saves the day a lot. Same with Darth Vader.
Same like Venom.
Yeah, I don't even think Venom's a villain in the movie. That was good. That was a good movie. I kind of want to watch it.
And for the record, Bane, I think he was incorrectly played in the Poison Ivy series there with who was it? Mr. whatever his name is, Mr. I call him douchebag, but
Are you talking about the Batman and Robin one?
yeah, the one with what's his name in it? See, I've already forgotten his name.
George
Arnold-
Clooney.
Arnold
Yes. Yeah,
Arnold
with-
Schwarzenegger played Mr.
Yeah.
Freeze.
Yeah, because Bane is
Mhm.
he's an exceptional intelligence and strength. So I don't understand why they made him to play a freaking like lug or whatever they played him as. That was stupid.
Well, they were trying to make the character look more like the cartoons, but they didn't give him the intelligence of the comics.
No,
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about.
he's really smart. He is a smart villain. He's probably one of the smartest villains out there.
Yeah, they did make him really dumb in that one. They made him like a pet, basically. But
And he was never a pet. He wouldn't even fall for it.
I
Of course,
did-
I'll still never forget in the new ones with the the Nolan ones where he sounds like a British.
My
Yeah.
plants have a crush on you. Like I told Mrs. Freeze before I pulled her plug. This is a one-woman show.
Oh dear God.
Remember? Then he showed that to Mr.
Yeah,
Freeze. He's
yeah,
like,
yeah.
no. Anyway, man, that makes me angry.
Why don't you, whoever watches this, listens to it, give us your top 5 on who you think top 5 villains are. You can do it in history, in movies, and comics. It doesn't matter. Fremont, I look forward to reading your comments on the YouTube because you always put them in there. Shout out Fremont. Yay.
Pick your category and shoot for it.
Or pick them all. It really don't matter. I went real life.
Yeah, Texas is pissed.
I'm angry. And it's time to tell somebody to bite me.
Bite me!
Bite me.
Bite me.
Bite me!
Bite me.
Bite me.
And now it's time for Bite Me, featuring the Jazz, Rick Spade, Jay Hizzle, Texas, and Guzzlebird. All right, Texas, take your segment away.
All right, it's the first appearance of Guzzlebird on this show. I missed the fuzzy guy.
Sorry, it's just so funny.
What are you doing over there, Jay Hizzle?
He's playing monkey noises.
Because there's, I for some reason at the end I had ducks attached to the audio, and I didn't hit the button to turn it off, and then I started laughing and let it go.
All right,
I'll fix that someday. It's just kind of funny. Keep going.
So
I guess-
I'm tired. Things are funny. That shouldn't be. I'm not even drinking anything.
So you put horny gooses at the end of the Bite Me segment? That makes perfect sense.
Well, what actually happened was I was thinking about putting them in the segment, and then
You just attached it to the audio. I was like, oh, I'll put it in later.
I forgot to get rid of it. Yes. That is exactly what happened.
You know what? I'm going to start with the person that has one job on this show and he can't seem to do it right. Jay Hizzle. I know you have one.
Oh my gosh.
Finally, you and your first world problems.
Oh, this one's a big one. This is ridiculous. Something needs to be done about this situation. All right. So I am driving home from work, right? And there's Westnedge Road is what it's called. And normally it's a lot of traffic, but it's 3 lanes one way, 2 lanes the other way. And I'm in where it's 2 lanes going back to the freeway. Normally I have to go through a couple traffic lights, no big deal. And I see like one of those signs that says we're going to have to move over and merge, but it was for construction that never happened. So I didn't think anything of it. But then all of a sudden when we're getting to this one traffic light, both lanes start stopping. And I'm looking, I'm like, I don't see construction. What the heck is going on? I figured maybe there's just a ton of people out today. And I can see the light way ahead is red, and it turns green. We slowly start moving out, think anything of it. Next thing you know, the lane I'm in just is not going anywhere whatsoever. And it's just solid traffic going past me, so I can't necessarily just dive out. I'm thinking, what the hell is going on up there? And then, slowly some cars try to dodge out. And after like 10 minutes, I'm like, this is ridiculous. I'm just going to go around because I was in the lane I needed to be in to get to the freeway. But I was getting close to it. So finally I get out and I go past all these cars standing still, and all of a sudden everything clears up. A Panda Express just opened up, and their drive-through was literally out into a busy street, like half a mile long, and it ended up slowing traffic down like for a mile or two actually on the super busy road that everyone travels on. And I'm pissed about it because also happened today when I went home, but I was smart enough to kind of know how to avoid it this time. And who on earth puts a Panda First off, why does everyone love Panda Express? I did not know this was a thing. I understand that whatever the chicken place is that everyone likes to go to. What's that called? What's the chicken place?
Chick-fil-A.
Or Popeyes.
Everyone loves Chick-fil-A. And
Chick-fil-A's better.
But Chick-fil-A, they have like cars lined up in a parking lot, not in the busy street. And here we have this Panda Express. Again, I've seen Panda Expresses before. I've never seen one. I don't know if people in Kalamazoo just don't get to eat a lot or were that excited about restaurants. But all I can say is I was really pissed how delayed I was getting home and how the street just has nonstop traffic now because of a stupid drive-through. Whoever built this place was not thinking about traffic and traffic flow, and they can bite me.
All right.
Why are the police even letting this happen? I tell you, even though I don't know exactly what they could do about it, but there's got to be a solution.
All righty then. Look at
That's
that.
my first world problem. Traffic
Hizzle
through a
actually
Panda
had a-
Express.
Jay Hizzle actually had a decent first world problem. A lot better than the damn mosquitoes you had a few weeks ago.
Hey, that is annoying.
So-
I hate when they bite me.
Be quiet. We're moving on. We're going to go to the Jazz.
Oh, I've been trying to keep my blood pressure low this week, but
What do you do to keep it low?
Pilates. He thins his blood.
he's not paying attention.
He's showing alcohol, dumbass.
Oh, I thought you were just raising a glass.
You could raise a glass to this too.
So alcohol, I don't know if that actually does help your blood pressure, doesn't it?
It's
Make-
therapy. Shh.
Oh, okay.
So this week on, yes, this is our first world problem. So on iRacing, this is called Daytona Week. And because NASCAR's starting up their series in real life, so everybody's racing Daytona. And this goes out to those idiots who can't hold a straight line at a super speedway at Daytona, who ruin my iRating because I'm out there trying to improve it. And all they do is wreck and cause chaos and me to have bad dreams because I'm dreaming of being wrecked and losing all of my iRating and being demoted to a B class. You people need to learn to do a little bit of practice, learn super speedways. You guys can bite me.
You're in A class right now?
Yes, sir.
You're only one away from being a pro.
I probably never will be a pro, but I do want everybody to go subscribe and check out Bearded Kilt Racing on Facebook.
What is with the cheap pops in this damn episode?
That's the new name of the episode. Episode 41, Cheap Pops.
Bearded Kilt Racing, and there's a reason why it's called Bearded, and I wear kilt racing.
Jay Hizzle, do you have anything you want to cheap pop while we're at it?
Oh yeah. Check out the Poddamn Idiotz Podcast.
All right, I'll do one now. Check out the new podcast from three of us called the I Want to Go Fast Racing Podcast that covers NASCAR and the Xfinity Series and the Truck Series and basically anything to do with racing.
Including iRacing.
And don't worry, Rick Spade will be on there every once in a while. We just got to keep Guzzlebird away because Guzzlebird is not rated PG. He is NSF, not safe for work.
He's rated R. Guzzlebird.
Rated M.
For mature.
Mature. All right, so if that's all Jazz has, let's go to the I'm going to guess the whacking puppet. I'm not sure what he's doing. But let's go with Rick Spade and Guzzlebird.
Oh boy, how many bite me's do I get today? One my ass.
Well, you get one and Guzzlebird gets one.
However you want to do that. One of you wants to take two and one of you wants none. It's up to you.
I'm hijacking the show. Okay, so first, this is a double whammy. This goes out to the doctor's offices. So when you have an appointment at 8:30 and you put on a voicemail, hey, make sure you're there on time. Call and let us know that you're here for your appointment because they're not letting you people into the building. And then you sit there for 10 minutes waiting for the damn phone to keep ringing, and you're actually watching the people through the window. No one's answering the phone. There are 6 people in the window. So finally, after 15 minutes of waiting on hold, you finally just say, fuck it. They look at you like, well, why didn't you come in sooner? Then on top of that, when you open the door, some dumbass old bitch decides, hey, I'm going to park in the parking spot right next to you as you fling your door open and almost hit your door because I need to wreck another vehicle that isn't mine. All those people can bite me.
Okay. Do you feel better now?
A little bit.
And those doctors that charge you for not showing up on time, and then they show up an hour later to your appointment, those people can bite me too.
Doctors charge you for not showing up on time?
There are doctors in here in town that will charge you a full appointments visit if you are more than 15 minutes late. But you show up to the appointment, you're sitting there, 2 o'clock appointment. They say, no, you're not seeing the doctor till 3:30. Those doctors and those offices can bite me. Sorry. Go ahead, Rick. Guzzlebird. And by the way, Guzzlebird, I want to raise a glass to Eduardo, please. He was a good soldier.
You can be a real dick sometimes. All right, are you ready for this? This has really been pissing me off for the last 2 days. 3 days.
Go for it, Guzzlebird.
All right. Now, I already said fuck you last week or the week before, whenever I said it. His kinfolk are going to eat you, asshole. Anyways. Here's a double whammy. I'm really pissed off that when I'm going to watch my damn shows and I'm in the middle of it because the app, for some reason, isn't, stable. and it just says, "Oh, sorry, your video cannot be played at this time. Please retry or exit." And then you hit retry, and all it does is start the damn video over, and you got to remember where you were in your damn show. That shit pisses me off. That thing can bite me. And you know what else can bite me? Application notifications telling you that the PS5 is restocked at GameStop. And then you get on there, 10 seconds later, nope, not available. Like I'm not trying to get a damn PS5 so I can play Spider-Man Miles Morales. No.
Come to the master race.
It's not like I'm trying to play Madden 21 on the PS5. No. So you know what? Those fucking notifications can bite me. Yeah.
All right. Both Gilbert and Rick were a little uptight tonight.
Fired up, baby. Ah.
So I had one in my head, but then listening to Rick talk about doctors reminded me of one that really pissed me off. So last week, my kids went to the dentist. And I gave my ex my flex spending card for my medical for work so that she could get whatever needed to be done for the kids. And it turned out the card was declined. It shouldn't be because it's a brand new year. And I was pretty sure I signed up for the flex spending card. Called my HR department and they go, "Oh, we see that you waived it this year." So here's my bite me. That they were such a bunch of chicken shit cowards that normally they have someone help you with you, someone come to the facility and help you sign up for the medical that you wanted. But last year, because of COVID, they're like, nope, you have to do it by yourself at home. So what happens? I guess I messed it up because my employer was too much of a chicken shit to have people come and help us because of COVID. Y'all can bite me. Because now my daughter ain't getting braces this year because I can't afford it. That's what the flex spending card was for.
So they screwed you completely out of it?
Yep. Because it's too late to get it.
And they're not going to do anything about it?
Nope. I have to wait until November when the open enrollment's open again. And then it'll be good for 2022.
Yeah, healthcare is the whole system's just.
Wait a minute. Joe Biden reopened enrollment.
No, not for my work, apparently.
And to be honest with you, you really don't need to blame your employer. You need to blame the government.
No, because my employee was the one that was too chicken crap to have someone come to the facility and help us, which they've done the last 2 years.
So COVID, we can blame COVID.
For a freaking virus with the 2% mortality rate. You're 98% chance surviving it. Unless you have an underlying condition, which I don't freaking have. Sorry, first world problems.
No, I get it. Trust me, I get it.
It's actually a pretty big problem.
I hear something.
Oh my gosh. It's been fired up. It's Rick's segment. Yo, Rick, take it away.
Hey, guess what?
Oh,
We're
hey,
doing
what?
another game.
Oh, no.
We're playing games on Rick's segment.
Well,
We're gonna play a game. Who's your daddy and what does he do?
I know Jazz is playing the game because we just got the message in the group chat.
Yes.
Playing with his peer.
No, it was not as Peter. It was also not a video about not falling asleep at the zoo. By the way, go to YouTube, type in "do not fall asleep at the zoo."
Oh, you know what? Speaking of things that you probably shouldn't be doing, one of you Google 1992 space movie. I think they're all looking it up. Jazz has looked it up.
I'm looking at the "Don't Fall Asleep at the Zoo."
That's almost as funny.
Do not look
That's-
up 1992 space movie.
This sounds like the real world for a lot of us men. Extraterrestrial beings travel the galaxy to free men opposed by females to make a way for an entirely homosexual society.
It's just the name of the movie.
I ain't saying that. Mm-mm.
Yeah, I'm not saying that either.
This podcast will be taken off the air faster than.
Okay, I will say it in the PC political term. Homosexual African Americans from outer space.
Is anyone not disturbed by the monkey thing that I just saw?
Yeah.
Especially since you said Rick did this at the zoo.
That's what Rick used to do when he was at the zoo.
Not even close.
You know,
Well,
he'd
we-
take naps.
You
And the
can't
funny
get
thing,
close.
the
to
funny
the
thing
monkey.
is, I said it was Rick when he worked at the zoo, and then you were like, "Yeah, he's playing with the monkey."
No.
I
Oh.
get it now.
Now look, just because the monkey masturbated in front of a fucking children's Christian children's field trip does not mean that it's something that I would do to a monkey while at
Are you
the zoo.
serious?
You were asleep. All right, come on, let's play the game.
All right, so we're gonna play a little snake oil.
I'm listening. I'm out.
Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna pick one of you. I'm gonna give you 2 cards, and that is what you're gonna be selling today. And you're gonna do it in that order. So if I give you magnet balls, you gotta do magnet balls, not ball magnets. Okay? Who wants to
Okay.
start us off?
Texas does.
I don't know. Jay Hizzle was pretty good in the rehearsal one you gave him.
Well, I'm gonna pick one regular card and one not safe for words card, so we'll see what happens here. All right, Texas, you ready?
Sure, why not?
All right. You are gonna sell us it's lame. Fuck that. Nope. Nope.
Oh, come on. Let me have the lame one.
Okay, fine. You're selling a scripture net.
A scripture net.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, are you of the Christian faith and you're tired of the disobedience and rowdiness from all the left and rights and Black Lives Matter? Well, we have a special thing just for you, and it's called the Scripture Net. What you do is you take this net full of the scriptures and you throw it over a crowd of people, and hallelujah, they are saved. Bless Jesus. But wait, there's more. If you act now, you also get
The slave bowl.
A what?
oh, wow.
Tell us about the slave bowl.
Wow. If you act now, you get the thing for your special kink where you like to play slave and master with you and your other Christian friends. Where you put your keys in a bowl, and whoever you pick out is your slave for sexual dominance for the evening. Call now.
I wouldn't have gone there. See, Texas is much better.
That was a good save.
I
slave
just
bowl.
said, I just said, for crying out loud, you have a net to cast over Black Lives Matter, and then you give me slave ball?
I didn't do it on purpose.
So I had to go with the sexual kink because I wasn't going the other way. We get kicked off Facebook and all that crap in a heartbeat.
There's not enough alcohol in the world.
Wow.
Well, Jazz is next. He volunteered.
No. Jay Hizzle.
All right, Jay Hizzle. Your first thing that you're selling is a trance shell.
A what?
Trance shell.
Trance shell. Oh, okay. Are you tired of your annoying friends that talk all the time and you can't get them to shut up? Well, we now have what's called a trance shell. Just put it in front of their face and they will go into a trance and they'll go, and then you move it down a little bit and then their volume will go down. And next thing you know, your friends are in a silent trance. But if you call within the next 10 minutes, we'll also throw in the
Pleasure insurance.
the pleasure insurance for free. So if you don't get pleasure out of your friends being tranced, well, our insurance will pay you double the money. But you have to act now. Operators are standing by.
Oh God.
I love this game already. All right, Jazz, you want to go first or you want me?
Send it. Let's do it.
All right, Jazz. Your first thing you're selling is the meditation mouth.
Meditation mouth. Okay. Are you tired of dealing with Karens in the store? Are you tired of dealing with unruly guests at your hotel? Are you tired of dealing with unruly people in general? Buy the meditation mouth. Stick it in their mouth and meditation immediately begins. They can enter their zen and make the whole world a happy place. The meditation mouth is a medication-free application. Buy one and get two free for all the Karens in your life. But wait, if you buy the meditation mouth today, you also get
the retirement hat.
If you act today, you get the retirement hat, where not only can you put Karen in a nice meditated state, you can also send her to retirement. Put her out the pasture where she cannot bother anyone ever again. The meditation mouth and the retirement hat, brought to you by We Want to Go Fast Racing Podcast. I figured I'd save you because you were taking a while there.
Thank you. It took me a minute. God, yeah.
That's just funny as hell, though.
This is what happens when you actually act like a Viking.
I'm really enjoying this game.
That was pretty funny.
All right. So I'm going to be doing the... Oh, Jesus Christ.
Wow, Rick's blushing, so it's got to be bad.
Put it on the screen so we can see it. Show it.
Oh, no. Let me just surprise you with this. Do you have trouble painting your house? Are your brushes just not working the way that they're supposed to?
Please don't tell me it's abstract jellyfish.
Act now and you can get tampon paint. That's right. You just pull it out of the little container, dip that tampon right in, and paint away. You can paint your ceilings, your walls, your floors, maybe your door. But wait, there's more. If you act now, you also get the mistake turban. You just go ahead and you take it and you wrap it around your head. And all of a sudden, all the mistakes in the world will just keep happening to you. Didn't want to get her pregnant? Doesn't matter. You're wearing the mistake turban. It's going to happen. Didn't want to wreck your car? Nope. Crashed it. Mistake turban. So get the tampon paint and the mistake turban now for $29.95. Act now. Operators are standing by.
Well, I'm glad you didn't do what I was thinking with the mistake turban. Do you have that kid that wasn't supposed to be? Put him on his head and label him as the mistake turban. It's the mistake from now on. The mistake turban.
You think you guys can handle one more round of this?
Yes,
Yes, please,
this is
one more
good
round.
stuff.
All right. Texas, you ready?
Sure, why not?
All right. You are selling the prescription computer.
Okay, then. Are you a hypochondriac who figures it may have a broken arm, lung cancer, heart disease, liver disease, any kind of disease you could think of? Well, we have a product for you. It's the prescription computer. You can sit at home, type out your own prescriptions, and go to the pharmacy, but they'll never get cashed because they're not actual prescriptions. It just helps your hypochondria. And if you act now, in the next 3 minutes, you get the
Bicycle bunker.
A bunker for your bike. Because after you've taken your prescription, you don't want to be riding somewhere, but you got to store it.
The only bunker I could think of was a damn sand bunker at a golf course. If you act now, you get a sandy place to park your bike as you're tripping out on all the meds that you take for your hypochondria. The bike bumper and the prescription computer. This one sucked worse than last one, but you know.
Are you
hey.
tired of bumping your bike when you park it? Are you tired of paint scratches on your bike? The bike bumper. Buy one today.
Wait, is it bike bunker or bumper?
That was bunker.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, I'm like, it was bumper. Are you tired of pedestrians getting in the way while you're riding your bike?
Too
Just
much
right
mead.
above her.
Too much mead.
Our bike bumper.
Are you tired of your bike going to war? Well, you got to throw it in the bike bunker.
I wasn't the biggest fan of that. Can I get one more round for me?
Let's do
Okay.
3 rounds. Let's do 3.
Okay. We'll do one more
Okay.
round. All right.
Fine.
I'm having too much fun.
All right, Jay Hizzle, you ready?
Oh, yeah.
All right. You're selling the elephant orgasm.
Elephant orgasm?
This is the perfect one for him.
You know what? I'll let you change it around. You can do the orgasm elephant, okay?
Orgasm elephant? I think the elephant.
You can do it. You can do
Orgasm.
whatever way you want to do it.
This one I'll let you flip it around. You can either do orgasm elephant or elephant orgasm.
Huh. I know where I can. I don't know how I would sell that elephant orgasm. Well, I don't know. We'll do this. Will be like a trip commercial. So, man, do we have the trip for you? So for the low price of $1,999,999, you can travel to an Asian country where you can go to the elephant safari land, and there you get to stay for 5 nights. And you get to hang out with some of the most amazing elephant creatures in the world. You can bathe with the elephants. You can ride the elephants. And you can experience the elephant orgasm. You take delight as elephants orgasm with you and all over you. Don't worry. There is a lake nearby that you can both wash off. This is an extraordinary deal. And if you order within the next 12 hours for this trip, we're also going to throw in
Tofu camouflage.
What are we throwing in?
Tofu camouflage.
Tofu camouflage. Are you tired of that stupid tofu food that you don't like? Well, guess what? You can camouflage it. When someone's like, hey, did you eat your tofu? You can say, yes, I did. Even though you didn't, because it's sitting right in front of you. But it's camouflage, so no one can see it. So act now, and you won't ever have to eat tofu, and you can orgasm with the elephants.
Wow. When you said you can have the elephant orgasm on you, it was all over for me.
Touche.
All right, you ready, Jazz? You're selling the drug seat.
The drug seat?
Yep.
Oh, the drug seat.
It goes perfect with the prescription computer.
Yep.
Okay. The drug seat.
Are you stoned but can't get comfortable?
There you go. Do you live in a state that has legalized marijuana? Perhaps you live in Oregon where they've legalized all drugs. You need the drug seat. Sit on this seat, enjoy your drugs, and enter a euphoria of bliss on the drug seat. But wait, we'll double this offer if you order today. But there's more. There's always more.
You also get the murder mutant.
But in case
Wait.
someone steals your drug seat,
Wait, are you tired of having your drugs stolen? Then you need to buy the murder mutant. Or the
Murder mutant.
murder mutant. This is a mutant that has been adapted to murder your enemies that steal your drugs. If you live in Oregon, you have to have this, and we'll double this offer. 3 easy payments of $19.99 will get you two. I'm telling you, 2 people, 2 ShamWows. No, I'm kidding. 2
Murder mutants.
murder mutants today. Call now.
And a drug seat.
And a drug. 4 drug seats. We'll throw in 4. Just cover shipping and handling.
which is $199.99.
Drug seats, murder mutants, elephant orgasms. I'm afraid to see what I'm going to get.
Might get something lame like mine.
I don't even know how the fuck I'm going to do this, but all right. Do you ever take your dog on a trip? And when he's on that trip, he's a little too wild. Well, now you don't just have to put him in a kennel. You can put him on a kennel cloak. That's right. You just put the cloak right on your dog, and he's automatically in a kennel. He doesn't move. He's in a state, and you can drive him anywhere. But wait, there's more. If you act now, not only do you get the kennel cloak, but you also get the grenade maggot. That's right. You got that neighbor that annoys you, or maybe you got that person that cuts you off, infuriating your dog that's in the kennel cloak. You just pull the pin on that grenade maggot and you toss it at the nearest car, and maggots fly everywhere. Get the kennel cloak and the grenade magnet now for $19.95.
Okay, that's too much fun. One more round.
I love this. This is good times.
Especially with Jay Hizzle talking about elephant ejaculations.
And I can even pronounce words to save my life.
That's what I was given.
All right, you ready for this, Texas?
Sure.
You are selling the anger baptism.
Okay,
I'm
deal with
angry.
that.
For someone to bite me. Sorry.
Do you have problems that just annoy the crap out of you, and they just eat you up inside, and you go, man, I wish so and so knew what I was feeling? Well, now you can. All you have to do is take them, hold their nose, and dip them in the angry baptism, right?
Anger baptism.
Anger baptism, and they will feel exactly how you feel, and you can get a whole army of people and just anger baptized, anger baptized, anger baptized, and then you have an army of angry people angry about the same thing that you're angry for. And if you act now, in the next 2.97 minutes, you get
The tax cult.
to teach those angry people how to become a tax cult. And then you get to go around and you get to tax people, just like the IRS. So not only do you get the anger baptism where you can just make thousands of cult people, you can also teach them how to be tax cults. And you can have your own form of the IRS, and you can get all that for 17 easy payments of $47.99 plus shipping and handling, plus postage may vary if you're out of the continental United States.
It's basically a become your own boss sort of deal.
Pretty much, yeah.
All right.
Kind of
Good job.
works.
Good job, cult leader with the anger baptism. Jay
Just so
Hizzle.
you know, you three been my first anger baptisms. Just
Probably.
No, No one likes taxes.
Oh, please tell me you got another good one.
Oh, come on.
Jay Hizzle, you are selling the cock clock.
Oh, the cock clock. Wow. There's two. Like, you go the appropriate way or the inappropriate way.
Please
You
go
know what?
the
Maybe I'll just leave
inappropriate
it up to the viewers.
Why does he get the good ones?
way. I'm just picking them out. I'm not even looking until I picked it out.
All right. Thank you for why. That concludes our Skinemax episode here on Cinemax channel. Now, after hours, we like to sell some unique things. Are you having a hard time telling the time? Or maybe you're looking for a new alarm clock? Well, do we have a deal for you? We have what we call the cock clock. The cock clock comes shaped very, very much like a spaceship from Austin Powers. And and this cock clock, when the alarm goes off, let's just say something blows. You will wake up. And also, we are going to, for the first 10 people that call and order this cock clock, we're going to include
The worm bong.
the worm bong. Because let's be honest, when you wake up, what's the first thing you want to do? You want to get into that bong, right? But you want that skinny, long worm bong to smoke out of. Oh man, this is one of the best bongs. 5 out of 6 meth heads approve of it. And I don't know why they're smoking meth out of it, actually, to be honest with you. Because I don't know if you eat that stuff or you smoke it. But anyway, after your cock clock wakes you up, you can smoke in your worm bong. But you got to order now before the sun comes back up. 1-800-653-2483.
God, I hope that's not a real number. I do want to point out, before we continue, had I actually done the game like it was supposed to be, you'd have to do things like do your gimmick as a pirate. But I like these better.
Yeah, much better.
Fuck. Shiver
All
me
right.
timber.
All right, Jazz. You are selling the welfare tent.
Oh no.
I should be afraid.
We should all be afraid.
Are you a Democrat? Are you a liberal? Are you unhappy with your housing status? Well, you should give everything away and buy the welfare tent. It's all provided by the government. It's free of charge. All you have to do is act poor or lie to the government. Pick your choice. The welfare tent. But if you act now, I'll have to mention, the welfare tent is not sold in stores. It is only available at this 1-800 number. So you need to buy it now. But if you act quickly, within the next 3 weeks, you get
The enema slime.
Is the government fucking you too hard? Is the government taking it too far? Enema slime will solve all of your problems. You'll have a clean asshole, free of all debris. Because you'll be able to use the enema slime to help ease the pain of the government literally fucking you every day. So buy a welfare tent, get 2, time is ticking, and buy an enema slime because you never know when the government will bend you over.
Enemies. All right, Rick's gonna take us home.
Oh, God. Have you ever thought about committing suicide? Or maybe it's just your time to go. Well, there's only one way to go, and that's with Death Titty. All you have to do is just take that titty out of the bra, put it in your mouth, and immediately you're dead. The Death Titty. But wait, there's more. You get the Death Titty, and you will also receive the bacteria nipple.
Well, I mean, I guess you want bacteria to break your body down. It's dead.
This added nipple extension is filled with lovely bacteria that'll help eat away that flesh of yours while you're trying to die with the Death Titty. That's the Death Titty and the bacteria nipple. Just go to www.deathtitty.com.
All right. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is Rick's segment.
I would like to point out that is a fantastic game.
That actually is a pretty cool game.
We need to play that more.
I think we might do a round 2 of that next week.
All right. And
I
now
have a
we
food
need
for
it.
thought before we get too much further.
Yo,
Have you ever noticed that when people are getting a lethal injection, they're like, "Oh, here, alcohol swab."
Yeah, we don't want you to get an infection.
well, that makes no sense, does it?
We don't want you to get that last minute infection before we inject you with this killer serum. Well, just the Death City reminded me of that. Sorry,
I
continue.
got a couple tweets of the week. A Mexican magician tells the audience he will disappear in the count of 3. He says, 1, 2, poof. He disappeared without a trace.
Hey, Jay Hazel,
Yeah.
where do I keep all of my dad jokes?
Oh crap. In your daddy bank?
In the database. The database.
So close.
The daddy bank.
The database.
Sounds like a sperm bank.
Oh, there we go. There's the name of the new sperm clinic, the Daddy Bank.
The daddy bank. My girlfriend dressed up as a policewoman and told me I was under arrest on suspicion of being good in bed. After 2 minutes, all charges were dropped due to lack of evidence. How do you spot a blind man on a nudist beach? It's not hard.
Oh,
I get it.
I know, it's kind of funny. I hate how funerals are always at 9 a.m. I'm not really a morning person. Get it? Anyway. And my wife thinks we should allow our pets to share our bed. I finally gave in. After 10 minutes, our goldfish finally settled down.
Jesus.
2 more. I recently bought 51% of a vampire hunting company. I'm the main stakeholder. Get it? It's because they kill vampires with steak. Okay.
You started good, and now you're just going downhill. You should have stopped while you were ahead.
My buddy keeps asking me to blow cool air on him when he gets hot, and I don't like it. I'm not a fan. All right. And now we shall do what I call a classic Donald Trump tweet. Windmills are the greatest threat in the U.S. to both bald and golden eagles. Media claims fictional global warming is worse. And that is a classic Donald Trump tweet. And now Arnold. Arnold said, I'm so pumped to show you all Stanley's Superhero Kindergarten, an exciting new project I created with GNU brands and late great Stan Lee. Download the Cartoon Channel app at cartoonchannel.com and tune in this Friday for a sneak peek. I wonder if it's like a kindergarten cop. Oh my gosh. I might have to tune in. Wow. At the real Stanley, I guess is where in GNUS brands. Okay. But yeah, so those were the tweets of the week.
Wait, we have one more. Sorry, Mr. Gozebird, I have to butt in here for a minute. In the words of Joe Biden. Wait, why am I here? And that's the tweets of the week.
Bum 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 bum. Guzzle bird. What is the word?
I got the tweets of the week. What the
Got
hell?
something stuck in your throat, Guzzlebird?
Guzzlebird, get the cock out of your cheek.
That was a clock. It was supposed to tell the time.
Sorry, hairball. Anyways,
Are you sure it was a hairball?
yeah, her name was Emily. She really needs a shave down there. Jesus Christ, it was like a lawn. Need a weed whacker for that motherfucker. Jesus Christ, man. All right, here we go. Let's start with my buddy Al Snow. I was sitting at the bar with my buddy Dave, and he bragged, I've been with every woman in this town except my mother and my sister. And I said, well, between the two of us, we've got them all. You know, because he banged his mom and his sister. All right, only got a few Jurassic Park tweets because they're not updating their shit. I'm going to have to find some new source of income here. All right. Sorry, it's been a while. We installed 5G ultra wideband on the island, and now all the dinosaurs grew opposable thumbs. It was really bad. Then they also wrote, we now accept EBT at the food court.
That's
All
interesting.
And finally, sometimes I think about opening up the gates and taking $100 from the gift shop. Those are the tweets of the week.
We need a velociraptor for that part.
Oh, and here it is.
Ba 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 bum. Ba 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 bum. It's the Urban Dictionary definition of the week. Take it away, Texas.
Jay Hizzle,
Yep.
can you tell me what a hot Richard is?
Hot Richard. Oh, girls love the Hot Richard. Well, they do, because it's kind of like the politically correct, because, you know, Richard is actually the long name for Dick. And so, like, it's kind of a code girls use, because sometimes girls, they fall in love with a guy, right? And they're like, oh, his dick is like, it's just so hot. Like, I just love it. But they can't just be like out in public and be like, oh man, he has such a hot dick, because that would be kind of, I don't know, people might not like that. So they're like, hey, he has such a hot Richard. Like, oh man, it's so hot. And I love him so much because of his hot Richard. And so it's just another word for hot dick, basically.
Guzzlebird.
Guzzlebird.
Tell Emily to go home.
Is that pretty much it, isn't it? Right
Not
on.
quite.
I was right on.
Not quite.
Okay, what is it?
When a man and a woman are spooning, and the woman farts on the man's dick, making it feel warm and cozy. A hot Richard.
Interesting. But we can't just have one.
Ba bum, ba 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 bum. It's the Urban Dictionary definition of the week. Take it away, Texas.
Before I forget, the Urban Dictionary definition of the week and the bonus Urban Dictionary definition of the week are brought to you by Dirty Rib Job Grill Seasoning. You can get it in the original Dirty Rib Job. You can get it in the spicy Dirty Sanchez, or you can get it in the fish seasoning just in time for Lent, the Dirty Trouser Trout. You can get all three of these at Etsy.com. That's Rick, spell it for me because I don't know how to do it.
ETSY.com.
Just type in Dirty Rib Job in the search bar. do not type on dirty panties because you'll get pink eye and an STD.
Have you ever had a dirty rib job?
And your computer will get a virus out of all likelihood.
I had a 30-inch rib job. See what
I have
did
tried
there?
it before. It is pretty good.
Is it? Nice.
Well, I'd hope so. You have the packaging.
Can any of you guys tell me what a spicy gringo is?
Sounds like a vegetable. Is that like isn't that like on that crap? What is that show called? So there's a show called like Hot Wings or something.
Hot ones?
So Hot Ones, yeah, and they keep having to eat like all these really super hot, like spicy stuff, and it gets higher and higher. And I think at the very end, they make like this master concoction that's like supposed to be like the hottest sauce in the world, and it has the what was that term again?
Spicy gringo.
Yeah, the spicy gringo peppers are in it, and it's just something that when you put it in your mouth, it burns so bad that you need milk or something because it's so hot, and it makes it hard to answer questions and win the game.
I think I know.
That was it. It's a spice, like a pepper or some sort.
Oh, I don't
Think a
want to know
gringo
this.
is a pepper?
I mean, it's just something that it's
I
super
don't wanna
hot.
know this. I don't.
Why, Jazz? What do you think it is? Would you eat it? I don't do spicy food.
Okay,
You're
so
thinking about
so gringo is obviously Mexican word term for, or not Mexican, well, Spanish term for white guy.
Are you
so-
sure it's not pepper?
Have you not heard of the not Garth Brooks, but
Oh, I've heard of Garth.
not Garth? Who
Blame it on my roof.
no,
I showed up in boots and ruined your black tie fair.
Didn't Cheech
definitely
and
not.
Chong used to call people gringo?
Last
one.
one.
yes, that's what I'm thinking.
Last
So
one to show I was the last one you thought you'd see there.
Hi, this isn't karaoke night at the Idiots.
It should be. That's next week's game.
it's George Strait. He was singing about the old seashores of old Mexico. This old gringo. So
These old peppers.
I'm thinking. Well, no, he's talking about himself. So here's what I'm
Avocado
thinking.
fields and the pepper fields.
Here's what I'm thinking. Spicy. So spicy, we're talking about sauce, and we're talking about Urban Dictionary. Okay. So, what is the most prominent fast food restaurant that is Mexican in the United States?
Taco Bell?
Del Taco.
I'm thinking like maybe Taco Bell's fire sauce. Maybe, I don't know. And either the woman puts the fire sauce, the Spanish or Mexican, whichever way, I'm going to be correct, politically correct here, puts the sauce either on the man's genitalia or on his rear. So therefore making him a spicy gringo.
Yeah,
Puts it on his genitalia, then enjoys a spicy gringo.
This might be more right than mine.
So fire, guys, don't think you can put fire sauce on there. It probably doesn't work. It probably burns.
Oh, yes, you can. I got this now. Okay, so spicy gringo. So what happened was there was this Latina chick, and her name was Mariana or Esmeralda, or I don't remember what her name
Isabella.
was. Thank you. She's gonna kill me if she ever sees this. So anyway, I remember there was this girl. Her name was Isabella, and she was like, she's like, I got kinky fetishes. And I was like, okay, what is it? And she's like, I like hot stuff in my ass. And I'm like, okay. So we're sitting there and we're doing it, and all of a sudden she was like, all right, take that hot sauce and give it to me in the ass, you spicy gringo. Because I'm green, get it? So I was like, all right. And it burned a little, and I was like, yeehaw! And then I got an STD, I think. I don't know. Or third-degree burns.
Guzzlebird, you would be a verde gringo.
Verde gringo! Eating my Parmesan! Parmesan!
Okay. Sadly, Guzzlebird is the closest. The spicy gringo. The act of stuffing a woman's rear end with a volcano taco from Taco Bell and then eating it.
I had Taco Bell. I'm close.
Oh, you both are close. But Guzzlebird
Spicy gringo!
Guzzlebird did say that.
Well,
the fact of the
Guzzlebird
rear end.
obviously has more experience
Hey,
than
I
all
said
of
it was
us.
a really hot, spicy
Yeah.
sauce. I was right.
Spicy Panda gringo!
Oh,
That's what he's gonna call himself from now on.
I am the spicy Panda gringo!
Oh, God.
all right. We've now taken you down to a low, and now we are going to get you high on just wonderful motivational words of wisdom.
I thought we were in Oregon there for a minute.
Guys,
Wow.
success doesn't just find you. You have to go out and get it. That's right. You gotta go do it. You gotta go find it. The harder you work for something, the greater you'll feel when you achieve it. And that is true in life. Because sometimes when I feel like people are just given things, definitely don't appreciate near as much as those that actually have to go out and earn it and achieve it. Dream bigger, do bigger. That's a good one too. And don't stop when you're tired. Stop when you're done. But I keep going and going and going. All right. And let's see here. I'm going to do one more. Little things make big days. They make them huge. Very big days. Some say the biggest days ever.
Huge.
All right. Texas, what about you? You're next. Tag, you're it. Give us some inspirational, amazing advice to lift our spirits.
Failure is simply the opportunity to begin again, this time with more intelligence. Don't quit yet. The worst moments are usually followed by the most beautiful silver lining. You just have to stay strong. Remember to keep your head up and remain hopeful. Muhammad Ali said, "Don't count the days, make the days count." And my last one for the week, you only fail when you stop trying.
That's a good one.
Guzzlebird or Rick, whoever decides they want to talk, tag, you're it.
Okay, I'm going to use Rick's line from the beginning of the show. Having sex can make your day, but having anal can make your whole week. Anal, whole week. Took the whole show for you guys to get the joke.
I
I
got it.
got it from the beginning.
Hello.
Hello, Governor.
All right, I will leave you with this. If you find a sandwich at the store and it looks like a vagina, it's probably a bad idea to eat it.
Wow.
Take it away.
So it's my turn. Let me get a little bit of light going here so you can see my face.
You can see it.
I only have one this week.
Wait, is it your turn? Did Jay Hizzle go?
I did. I started it off.
You went first.
Did you go?
I did. I went second.
Yep.
Okay, wow. I'm really losing it. Okay, take it away, Jazz.
So I only have one this week, and the only one I have is what I like to use in iRacing. You can't win it. Turn one, lap one. You have to be there for the finish. But with that said, thank you for joining us here at the Poddamn Idiotz Podcast. Please like and follow our Facebook page at the Poddamn Idiotz Podcast. You can reach us on Twitter at Poddamn Rick Spade, at Poddamn Texas, or at Poddamn Idiotz P1, or by email at poddamnidiotspodcast@outlook.com. Also, like our YouTube at the Poddamn Idiotz Podcast and subscribe. Please like, subscribe, and leave a 5-star review on your most preferred or favorite podcast of choice, such as Apple, Google, Stitcher, Spotify, Podbean, or whatever other name they come up with nowadays. And please tell your friends, your family, your loved ones, your creepy neighbors, your spicy verde gringos, your hot Latinas, your hot nurse taking your temperature or giving you a COVID test in the butt, whichever one you choose to take it now. Be slow if he pulls you over. Make sure you tell him he needs to tune back in. Also, anybody else who you feel you need to tell about, your wife's boyfriend, your hot cashier at the gas station, your babysitter, your side piece, or your boyfriend's side piece, doesn't really matter, or your girlfriend's side piece, doesn't really matter to me. The hooker on the street corner, anybody in Oregon, actually, because they're mostly drug dealers now, or anyone else you come across for the Poddamn Idiotz podcast.
Spicy verde gringo!
I'm Jay Hizzle from the Poddamn Idiotz Podcast.
And I'm Rick Spade.
And if you enjoyed this video, please hit the subscribe button to my right.
And maybe you want to see an older episode. See what we've been doing. I'm not sure why you'd start here, but maybe you haven't. Check out the video on the left. Check it out. Poddamn Idiotz Podcast.
Thank you.